Thursday, June 22, 2017, Del City, Oklahoma, 12:52 a.m. A man in a baseball hat strolls into a backyard and unzips the door to a tent. What is he doing here?
It all looks pretty innocent at first. I mean, maybe it's just a dad checking on his kids, camping out at night. It looks totally normal and calm at first.
But it quickly becomes obvious to the homeowners that there is nothing innocent about this.
So this guy doesn't belong here. He doesn't live here.
It turns out that this is a 33-year-old man who has been communicating by text with the 15-year-old girl who lives in the home.
She told him that she was gonna be camping in her backyard that Friday and that he should come over.
Whatever the teen thinks is going to happen, the man has come here for only one very disturbing reason.
He came over to have sex in her backyard, the 15-year-old girl. It's just wrong. I mean, it's wrong.
It's all really sickening. And what this man doesn't know is that he's in for a big surprise. The dad has gotten wind of his plan, and he's decided to do something about it.
My dad was extremely irate, as he should be. I have two daughters that age, and I would feel the same way as he did. He was very, very upset.
The dad is so upset, he arranges an elaborate family sting operation.
The father puts together an ad hoc posse of individuals who are going to deal with this guy.
They had it all set up, and he didn't have a chance.
As the man leans down to unzip the tent, expecting to find the teen, he has no idea that her mom is the one waiting inside. And he never sees her dad and two other family members as they sneak up behind and tackle him.
He didn't see them, and they took him to the ground.
But now, what's going to happen? They don't know anything about this guy.
You got to think, if the suspect would have had a firearm, you just never know with people like that. You don't know what they're bringing to the table. You don't know what they have on them.
And with emotions running so high, what is the family going to do with him next?
One of the reasons why vigilantism can get pretty dangerous is you're dealing with the unknown. You're not a trained professional. Somebody can get very seriously hurt or killed. When emotion takes over and that desire to intervene and exact perhaps even a little bit of revenge, it can get very dangerous.
His eyes were so wide that they looked like saucers. He just kind of went sheet white. It looked like he had just seen a ghost.
The ordeal begins when Fred Morano notices his daughter huddled secretly in a corner with her phone and has a gut instinct that something isn't right.
I'm a pretty protective dad, so I walk over. She didn't know I was there and snagged her phone out of her hand. Very first thing I saw was, send me a picture. My blood started boiling. There was a lot of lewd, very lewd comments that you don't make to a 15-year-old girl.
And it gets worse. He quickly learns the lewd texter is almost 20 years older than his teenager.
I researched him through Facebook. My heart sunk. I can't comprehend. I mean, I'm 40, you know, to even look at a child. I was disgusted, and it just can't happen. Not in my house.
Fred also learns that the man has been communicating with his daughter on social media for almost a month. She knows how old he is, but they have exchanged suggestive photographs, and now he has convinced the teen to meet him in her backyard tent.
I asked her why. I said, why would you do this? She would never really give me a straight answer. She had a lot going on in her life. I didn't get my daughter until she was 11 years old. I didn't even know she existed until she was 9. So at that point in time, she still hadn't really come into her own, so she was kind of looking for that outreach.
Concerned for his daughter and furious, Fred goes straight to the police.
I said, well, you know, you can read these text messages. They're planning to meet in my backyard tonight. You done? He's like, nothing can be done until he comes on your property. So we have cameras in our living room, we have cameras in our front porch, we have cameras in our driveway, cameras in our backyard. As a father, I had to do what was right. I wanted to make sure that this didn't happen to anybody else.
So that night, with his daughter hiding safely upstairs in her bedroom, Fred uses her phone to text the man, as if everything is still a go.
He texted close to the time that he was going to come over, and we did respond with, "I'm waiting."
Fred corrals family members to help. One keeps watch out front, and the rest are hiding in the backyard.
We were stacked up by the back door. It was me, my nephew, and my cousin. My wife was in the tent with a baseball bat. You don't know what you're getting into. I was scared out of my mind.
Then, at 12:52 a.m., it's on. Oblivious to the cameras and what he's walking into, the man strolls into the yard and casually leans down to open the door of the tent. That's when they pounce.
So as soon as he hit that tent, he was down. He didn't have time to even think. We tackled him to the ground. We took zip ties and tied his feet together, and then we took zip ties and tied his hands together. You've stepped into the wrong backyard with the wrong set of people.
With the man restrained, the family calls police, who arrive within minutes and take the suspect, 33-year-old Jeremy Wilson, into custody. That's when the potential danger of the situation really sinks in. At one point, they even thought Wilson might have a gun.
Yeah, I was watching his hands. He's reaching. Wait, is he reaching? Nope. Okay, he's not reaching. It was a big sigh of relief once they had him on the ground, and at that point in time, it was just...
They protected their daughter, and they were lucky.
I don't even know how I would respond in a situation like that if it was my daughter. I can't blame them. I would probably do the same thing.
As the video of Wilson's shocking family-style takedown makes worldwide news,
father creating an elaborate sting. He was coming here and going to that tent
to catch a child predator.
Fred's actions are widely applauded.
Police say they don't condone vigilante justice, but say they're not filing any charges against the girl's family.
Before police take Wilson away in handcuffs, Fred grills him about why he dared to walk into his backyard in the first place.
A lot of it was just, I'm sorry. I was just here to talk to her, that he was there to help her. I didn't pay any attention to it. He was there to have sex with my daughter.
And when police interrogate Wilson and go through the texts he sent the 15-year-old girl, they are certain that he only came for one thing.
When he got there and he was in custody, he had a condom in his pocket. During their messages, he told her he would have to wear a condom. He asked her for pictures, naked pictures. He sent one of his genitals to her.
But this story has an even more disturbing twist. It turns out Wilson reached out to the girl on Facebook because he wanted to reconnect. Many years earlier, he'd been a friend of her mother's.
Jeremy used to change my daughter's diapers when she was a baby. He's a babysitter, take care of her.
This is just being a predator on a whole new level. You changed her diapers as a baby. You're almost 20 years older than her, and now you want to have sex with her? As a mother, this just makes my blood boil.
What makes a person do that?
Wilson never offers an answer, and as far as police can tell, has no remorse.
I think the only regret he had was that he got caught.
Wilson is charged with unlawful communication using technology and is sentenced to 10 years behind bars, but is now out on probation. As for Fred Morano, who had a stern talk with his 15-year-old following the incident, he says he would definitely do it all over again.
Talk to your kids. If they're silent for a reason. So talk to them. This is about protecting your kids. You've got to do what it takes to take care of your family.